Hello everyone, this is the Andre Dog. Hello YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, or whatever you're watching this on. How y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing well. It is like 3 o'clock in the morning, going on 3 o'clock in the morning. But before I go to bed, I wanted to make this little statement, and I wanted to include y'all in on something, and I wanted to let y'all know about something. It is some information that I forgot to put in my video on my YouTube. I did a video on John Amos. It's called The Tribute of John Amos, Why He Will Be Remembered. And his daughter had to find out that her own daddy passed away when everybody else in the media world did. She did not know that her daddy passed away on August 21st. She found out along with everybody else, along with us, which was October the 1st, that John Amos had passed. So, as she's finding out, like, she's devastated. She's devastated because did nobody reach out to her? Did nobody confront her? Did nobody update her about her daddy? Did nobody do anything? And I basically got, receipts, and I basically got proof, and I basically can tell you can look up the same thing. All I'm going to tell you is this. Look up the picture behind me, Casey Amos. Now, Casey Amos is the picture behind me on the screen. The picture behind me, the person that's behind me on this picture is John Amos' son. Now, John Amos' son, Casey Amos, he was the one that was in the care of, he was the one and he was the caregiver of his daddy, John Amos. Now, I'm going to go ahead and break it down and to give y'all the real information and to give y'all the real tea behind this whole situation. Y'all probably wondering, y'all probably already know which this has happened last year, but y'all probably want to know, why does Casey Amos look like he is out of his mind, and why does he have a mugshot, and why is he smiling in the mugshot? I bet y'all want to know. Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. So, last year, in either May or June, Casey Amos threatened his sister, allegedly, saying like he was going to attack her. He was making threats to his sister, Shannon Amos, who is also the daughter of John Amos. So Casey Amos and Shannon Amos, they're brother and sister. So apparently, Shannon Amos must have said something that Casey Amos didn't like. I tell you what it was. Casey Amos did not like the fact that Shannon Amos did some investigation. She did some investigating because she said allegedly that their father, Casey Amos and Shannon Amos' daddy, was getting elderly abused. But let me tell you something. Guess who was in charge of John Amos? Casey Amos, which is the picture right behind me. The reason Casey Amos looked like that in the mugshot because his sister had Casey Amos arrested for threatening her. And also, she also opened up an investigation talking about that Casey Amos could possibly be the one that was elderly abusing their daddy, John Amos, because she saw bruises, apparently something else that didn't look right. I thought that she could have been out of her mind. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought that she could have been out of her mind. But I thought about it. No, she can't be out of her mind. This has to be true. This has to match something because I forgot to put it in. And also, let me tell you this. So Casey Amos gets arrested because he was threatening his sister Shannon Amos. But let's fast forward. They removed Casey Amos for being John Amos, his daddy's caretaker, because they find out that Casey Amos was struggling with substances. He was struggling with drugs because he really had a bad drug problem. I don't know about now, but it is said in the past, allegedly, that he had a drug problem. So it is said apparently that he took his daddy's fortune, his daddy's money that he had, and he blew it all on substances or whatever it was. Allegedly. Like I said, allegedly. Now, let's fast forward. So, sometime last year, when this investigation was going on about the elderly abuse, so KC had his daddy make a video for social media detailing that he was okay, that he's not being abused, and all this and that the third. So it's basically like, if you have saw the video, John Amos basically is looking up like at a teleprompter or somebody's telling him what to say. But if you saw the video, it looks like the poor man is scared out of his mind. And it is said allegedly that he has had dementia and, he has got a little older. But let's not forget this. I'm going to go ahead and tell you this. So, they took Casey almost off, but then they put him back on as his daddy's caretaker because they didn't mention nothing else about the elderly abuse. So it kind of seemed like the daughter Shannon almost was lying, but he really wasn't lying. He was telling the truth. But she was telling the truth all along. But let's fast forward. So October the 1st, no, August the 21st is when John Amos passed, right? Okay, John Amos passed August the 21st. I'm still thinking that John Amos is still alive and he was sick and everything. I'm still thinking he's alive. He's taking it easy. He's doing okay. He is just chilling, taking it easy. Okay, tell me this. So tell me, 9 days later, I get on Instagram today and find out that John Amos was cremated 9 days after his passing. Apparently, they had him cremated. And who was in his care? Who was his caregiver? The man behind me, Casey Amos, allegedly. And one thing I learned, somebody said in a comment on Instagram that said this. When somebody gets cremated, that basically tells you that they're trying to hide what has happened to the person that passed away. Could it have been marked? And they say when you get cremated, they basically people try to hide the proof. People try to hide proof of what's been done to the person or something like that, or bruises, anything like that. So that's what I thought. So something just is not adding up still. Could Casey almost have had something to do with his daddy getting cremated? And do you think it was wrong for Casey almost not to, and keeping his daddy isolated? And it is said this. Casey almost also was tampering with John Amos' phone, allegedly. He was monitoring John Amos' calls. He was monitoring his calls. And basically, he was keeping John Amos isolated from his friends and family. So what do you think about that? I still think that John Amos is Shannon's almost daddy too. And she had every right to see her daddy. I think it's sad that she did not get to tell her father goodbye, that she loved him or nothing. Instead, they kept this from her. KC kept this from her, or whoever was in the mix of it kept this from her. Because at the end of the day, I don't care if you are a brother and a sister, I don't care if y'all live siblings. If something like that goes on, your family, and both of y'all should know what goes on in this situation. So that's what I wanted to come on here and tell y'all. I hope y'all enjoy. What do y'all think about this situation? Leave it in the comments. Was I right? Was I wrong? Leave it in the comments. All right, y'all.